In 1936, a novel was published that would become one of the most famous and controversial books in American literary history. Its title was Gone with the Wind, written by Margaret Mitchell. Mitchell began the manuscript in 1926 while recovering from a broken ankle. She wrote the final chapter first, secretly working on a sewing table in her Atlanta apartment for nearly a decade. Initially reluctant, she handed a massive pile of envelopes to editor Harold Latham in 1935. At that time, her protagonist was named Pansy O'Hara, and the working title was Tomorrow is Another Day. Before publication, Pansy became Scarlet, and the title was changed to Gone with the Wind, a phrase inspired by poetry. When it finally hit shelves, it captured the public's imagination instantly. The novel told a sweeping story set during the American Civil War and Reconstruction. Readers in the Great Depression identified with Scarlett O'Hara's gumption and her determination to survive. It was an instant sensation, selling 50,000 copies on its first day. Within 6 months, it reached 1 million sales, turning Mitchell into a literary star almost overnight. In 1937, Margaret Mitchell was awarded the Pulitzer Prize for Fiction, cementing the novel's place as a cultural landmark in American literature. But from the start, the book was more than just popular. It sparked fierce debate about history and memory, specifically its romanticized portrayal of the Old South and the Lost Cause narrative. While admired for its storytelling, it faced heavy criticism for its depiction of race and slavery, a complexity that continues to fuel academic and public discussion today. The fame grew even larger with David O. Selznick's 1939 film adaptation. Selznick paid Mitchell $50,000, a record-breaking amount for a manuscript at the time. The film's premiere in Atlanta drew 300,000 people to the streets, a crowd larger than the armies that fought in the Battle of Atlanta itself. The film won 10 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. Notably, Hattie McDaniel became the first African-American to win an Oscar for her role as Mammy. Overwhelmed by her sudden fame, Mitchell became somewhat of a recluse. She spent much of her later life volunteering for the Red Cross during World War II. Tragically, her life ended in 1949 after she was struck by a car in Atlanta. At her request, most of her unpublished stories were destroyed. Gone with the Wind remains her singular, enduring contribution to literature. Nearly a century later, it stands as a major moment in publishing history. In 1936, Margaret Mitchell published more than a novel. She created a cultural phenomenon that continues to influence books, film, and debate for generations.